every player in the world wants the best meta custom tactics to improve at FC24. Well, today I've got the perfect formation for you and the tactics to improve your game. These are tactics that have helped me go from a 16-win player to a 20-0 player in FC24. If you're struggling in Ultimate Team and need to get more wins in Weekend League, then this is the video for you. Welcome to the 4231 Custom Tactics. For cheap and fast, reliable FC24 coins for Team of the Season, check out MMO EXP. The link is down below, and use the code MATTHD for 5% off all of your orders. So many of you have asked for this, and they have been tweaked a bit from a few weeks ago, and these are my final custom tactics to show you that are fully tested out. I've probably played about 400 games with these tactics, and they've severely improved my game in a big way. Defensively, in midfield, and in attack, they've all helped improve my overall game in the biggest way and in the biggest jump I've ever made in FIFA. As you can see, I'm currently 13-1, playing really good Ultimate Team, and it's in a big part and a big thanks to my current tactics. So the 4-2-3-1 formation for me is the most meta formation in the entire game right now, especially with the current patch. If you want to improve your player movement, you want your defense to be stronger, yeah, this can improve you a lot. It's helped me massively, guys. I mean, to go from 16 wins to now challenging for rank 1, for me, is nuts. And it's amazingly fun at the same time. Now, this is my current main team, guys, and to make sure you're aware, yes, obviously, it's an absolutely incredible squad. However, with the same tactics, I've gone back-to-back rank 3 on short road to glories, not even my main team. So that tells you these tactics are working really well on a lot lesser teams. Now let's jump into the tactics. So here we go. I'll make sure to show you guys examples of gameplay as well. I want to bring you the biggest detail on this video possible. Let's get into it. So the 4-2-3-1 formation is my current meta formation. In the past, I would always rotate between 4-2-3-1, 4-3-2-1, 4-2-2-2. However, finally, I found my formation. I'm telling you, this is ridiculous. So here it is, 4-2-3-1. Now, we did take inspiration from the legends at Team Hullet with the original tactics. However, there are quite a few instructions and a few of the tactics in themselves that I have altered. So big thanks to them for that. Now, I've gone for balanced defensive style. For me, this is the most important option there, as it just gives you a balanced style of play there. Always choose balance, guys. If you have drop back, well, if you want to be a rat on Ultimate Team, you can be. But for me, drop back doesn't even work well this game. So balance is definitely the play. 44 width is really important, especially in a narrow formation that it can be at times with a 4-2-3-1. I have tested it at 50, but when you go 50, guys, I find that your formation and the cams do not perform as well, and they don't track back as well. The really important part about this formation is that it defends as a wide formation. That's where the instructions come in really important. So width is 44, don't change that. Depth, I've gone for 62. You can alter between 60 and 64 for me. As I said earlier, guys, I've tested this in about 400 or more games, and 62 is the sweet spot. It's such a perfect depth there to have. I don't really like having much lower depth. Otherwise, you just really invite pressure onto your defense far too easily. So having it as a bit more aggressive seems to work well for me. Build up play right now is balance. This is really important, guys, to have on. In this game, you need to take your time. You need to be calm. Pick your passes well with good timing. If you have it on, fast build up, I find that the player movement is actually a bit too quick, so you can't really keep track of where your players are moving in which direction. As with balance, though, it really slows things down. You see some of the best pro players in the world play slow, and that's exactly how you guys need to play in this game. Balance, though, is the build up play. Direct passing, I cannot stress enough, has to be the choice here. This is what for me has made the player movement this game a lot better than previous FIFAs. Yes, this gameplay is nowhere near even good. It's not great, is it at all? But the player movement is quite okay. And direct passing for me has worked a treat, guys. Make sure you've got direct passing on. Now we move on to width. Now with width, I always have the same width as my defense. That way, the shape stays the same. Let's say win the ball back or I tackle an opponent, guess what? My shape is exactly the same. We don't need to alter it. So width, I've gone for 44. Players in box, though, is 6. This way, it can overload the defense, but not in a way where I've got too many attackers forward. If I have it on 5, I feel like my players don't make as many amazing runs. Whereas with players in box, guys, at the level 6, they're out of 10. It allows me to also track back while just getting enough players into the box and scoring those nice goals. 6 out of 10 there. Corners is really important, guys. I feel like 3 is perfect. It's a good balance. It's pretty much halfway there, just over halfway. If you have is 4, you are susceptible to a counterattack. Believe me, I've tried this a lot. 5 is honestly just horrendous choice. Don't go 5. Always go 2 or 3. That way you can play it safe. Corners also in this game, guys, are incredibly overpowered, especially with probably some of the gameplay you're about to see. Like some of these headers you guys are seeing now from corners are lethal. When you press L1, control your player from a corner, and then press square again to cross it. If you've got someone like Vidic or Drogba or Peter Crouch, they will score so many goals with this. Also with corners, I do notice with on 3 setting, you have a lot of players to defend still back, so it is normally fine. You'll be fine to defend from corners. Free kicks, not a really important one. This one, I've got on 1. That works for me. Now with this formation, I've been using it for about a month and a half now. I've gone from 16 wins, 15 wins, and 15 wins again, to 17 wins, 20 wins, and then 18. And currently I am 13-1. So these are really working well. Now, on to where my specific players play. Normally, I would have Arno Ronaldo, but Gonzalo Guedes is going to be 93 shortly. Socrates is cam, Son is left cam, Saka is right cam. They do play as more like cams, but wingers, the left and right cams here. They are so important to this squad. Make sure with your central cam that they have good shooting, they've got good passing, they've got really good dribbling, and they can be a dominant cam. You need a really powerful cam, guys. Socrates, to me, is one of the best cams in the game. Definitely try him. In terms of CDMs, I've got Havertz and Kevin De Bruyne there. Not maybe your typical CDMs, but they work really well. They're defending amazingly, got good defending stats. And then, as you can see there, obviously, I don't change my fullbacks. Now, to the most important part, guys, of any custom tactics, in my opinion, it's going to be the instructions. What do I do? Well, we have got the striker as getting behind. This is what will allow you to trigger those runs. And not only from triggering runs, guys, you'll find that having the getting behind tactic on here will actually just trigger a run without even you pressing anything sometimes. Like this guy or any striker I've got here in this formation will just make amazing runs to get in behind the strikers. Obviously, be careful with offside traps, but with this tactic, guys, it has to be getting behind. Also, balance width there. I have tried to stay central, but when I do stay central, guys, the player does not move as much, so have it as balanced width. Now, on to the cam position, and this is the central cam. Make sure you've got basic defensive support. Get into the box for cross is huge. When you're about to do some cutbacks, or maybe you're in the wing here, maybe Son or Saka's on the wing looking to get into the box. Well, guess what? Socrates is also in the box now, thanks to that tactic being on. Make sure stick to position and then normal interceptions. Nothing else to be changed there. That is fine. Left cam is vital to this team, as is the right cam, guys. They've both got the exact same tactic on there. Come back on defense. Now, this is huge. This is what allows your formation to go from a 4-2-3-1 to 4-4-2. Imagine your Son card and Saka both coming back. They'll then line alongside Havertz and De Bruyne. And that's what makes it a 4-4-2, if not a 4-4-1-1. It's amazing to have 2 lines of 4 defending. That's why I've conceded less in recent times. Really works well there. So get into the box for cross as well. Same as Socrates. And that's what really confuses defenses, by the way. All 3 of my front 3 cams have get into the box for cross. That means they all make and run into the box. Defenders have no idea who to track, and that's what really helps. Same instructions, guys, on my right cam there. Come back on defense and get into the box. That's all you need to do for that. Now, right CDM is a bit of a different one to what you might see in a pro player's tactics. For me, these are really working well. Like, I feel really confident now of getting at least rank 3 every week with any team I've got that is, FUT champs playable with these tactics. And this is why my right CDM with stay back while attacking, cover center, basic defensive support as balance as defense, for defensive behavior. You don't want cut passing lanes. I find that they often make too many attempted interceptions. So make sure your right CDM, guys, is on the balanced defense. And I also have aggressive interceptions on my right CDM. That way, without cut passing lanes on, if I want to, they can just go for that big interception. You might see some of the gameplay today. The amount of times I get the ball back on my CDMs in midfield is astonishing, thanks to the aggressive interceptions. That really works well. If you really don't find that that's helping you, which I think it should do anyway, but if you don't, and maybe it's too aggressive, go back to normal, but that does work well. And obviously, stay back and cover center. Do not have cover wing, as that will allow your CDMs to go way too wide. Make sure cover center. that is that tactic. Now, Havertz, my left CDM, I like to have as a more balanced player. That allows him to get forward. Have your more defensive-minded midfielder as the right CDM, and your box-to-box or more creative midfielder as your left CDM. So balanced attack there, cover center is all I do for the left CDM. Now, left backs are interesting, as is the right back position. We've got stay back while attacking on my left back, who is Roberto Carlos, and also overlap. So he's still defensive minded, but if he wants to, he makes some lovely, gorgeous runs down the left-hand side. Him and Son in this team, guys, work so well together, and it's thanks to the overlap tactic. If I didn't have it on, if I had it on mix, I would not make as many crazy runs. Again, as an attack, it probably is more like a 3-5-2 as an attack, but 4-4-2 in defense, and that's what makes it really strong. That works well there. Now, right back, I've got stay back while attack again. Exact same tactics, guys, for both fullbacks. Overlap again. It allows Reece James to make some really nice 1-2s on the right side, and it actually pushes Saka up further when attacking and making, you know, some insane runs. So it really works well there, and he is a beast out of a right back. Now, centre backs are the default, actually. So stay back while attacking. Always have stay back, guys. Never have place a striker unless you're desperate. But yeah, stay back while attacking. Normal interceptions for both centre backs. Now, to complete these tactics, guys, I've got my interesting ones here. Comes for crosses on goalkeeper and sweeper keeper. If you're struggling on corners, well, guess what, guys? When people do that cross technique on corners, this works well. Also, in general, the amount of times that my goalkeeper Yashin will come for a cross and actually catch it, not punch it with these tactics is really nice. If you really are maybe not as of an aggressive player as me, guys, then, you know, you might want to use the basic ones there. But these are my tactics for the goalkeeper. Sweeper keeper, guys, as well, does allow him to come outside the box there for loose ball. So if ever there's like a counter attack, well, Yashin might be there first. That's a really cool tactic. It's a bit of a hidden tactic. A lot of people don't try this. Definitely give it a go, guys. And as I said before, we've got 20 wins with these tactics, 16 wins multiple times, 18 wins as well. These have been so amazing. I cannot express how good these are enough. They're absolutely brilliant. They're sensational.